There's a quote by Paramahansa Yogananda that I always like to mention, I quite often mention on these lives, and I can't remember the exact words that he says, but it's something like this. Everything here is a bluff of nature to test your knowledge of immortality. And so what he's meaning is everything that you come across, every little challenge or trigger or situation is a temptation for you to either go, oh yes, I am bad, I am wrong, they are wrong, I'm going and fall into this kind of lower nature, or will we rise to the higher nature? Will we see it from our higher self? Will we realize the lesson in this? Will we remember our immortality amidst the very challenging conditions of our life that tempt us to believe that we really are a victim to this, that we really are hopeless and helpless, that we really are separate and mortal and damageable? So yeah, everything on a kind of, one way of looking at it, everything is really tempting us or testing us. Will you fall into your separated 3D identity here and make an identity out of this situation and believe in fear and separation and lack and all of that? Or will you be able to see through that tempting proposition and remember your true nature? You know, this is what I call soul retrieval. It's saying, who actually am I here? You know, am I the person? Am I, that energy that is offended by this person or feels defensive or feels that being attacked or is feeling victimized or threatened by some situation or some person in my life? Is that who I am? Is that what I am? And if we really look at that, we'll see that no, this part of me that's feeling defensive or threatened or attacked or victimized by whatever's going on is actually just a part of your psyche, like just a little element of your inner family. But it's not the true you. It's not the essence energy of you that passes through many lifetimes, that is ever present, always in this one eternal moment. It's not the real you, if you really look into it. And so you can, what I like to do is call back my true self in these situations where I feel like things are threatening me. It's like, actually, this person or this situation has no ability to affect my true nature, has no ability to affect the limitless love that I really am, the magnanimous, eternal nature that is extending from source energy, literally part of oneness. This person or this situation has no power to affect that true self. And when we bring back that kind of energy, then we start to become equipped with ideas and inspirations about how we would navigate this situation from our higher nature, not from the level of being upset and triggered. Do you know what I mean? They're two different things. If we start to react to the world from our place of pain, we're really just kind of generating more pain. We're making it real. If I say, this person really is hurting me, this person really is attacking me, I really am victimized by this situation, I'm making a bed that I've got to then lie in, you know? But the victim mentality is very seductive, isn't it? Because we can say to our friend, oh, this my ex-partner or my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my child or whoever is doing this and they're being so awful to me and oh, poor me. And your friend can go, yeah, I totally agree, it's happening to me as well. And then there's this bonding, okay, that goes on between you and your friends or whoever it is. And then you feel like some kind of solace in that, some kind of safety in that. And that's the really bizarre way that our egos operate. You know, we find some kind of solace in our own victim mentality. Isn't that just so weird? But really, it's really a trap. And so these are the initiations we go through to realize these things, to call back our true nature and to operate from that level on, the earth. when it becomes a pain in your body, when it becomes a physical symptom, it has this level of reality, doesn't it? That is kind of the way we think as a human, in this human experience, it becomes, quite challenging to overlook, doesn't it? But little bit by little bit by little bit, you can break through this. Now, the soul retrieval thing, I think you were here at the beginning of this live, is good here, right? So we've got a pain in the body, but who are you, P? Who really are you? Are you the body? Are you that meat sack there that is going to age and then wither and then end up going back to the earth, or whatever you will happen to that body that you're inhabiting at the moment? Is that you? Let's wake up here. Are we the body? We've really got to question that. This is always the elephant in the room. It always is on this planet. We walk around, we go to our jobs, we do our things, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, hello, what are you? What are you doing here? We do, because we like to look into these things if we go on insight time, usually, don't we? But a lot of people don't really question that. Oh, well, here I am. I'll just go with what everybody else says is reality. But no, we've got to do our own self-inquiry here. What am I? Am I this body? Do I know in my bones, in my soul, in my truest being, that I am just this body? And when this body finishes its cycle, that is it? Do I know that? Or do I know that I am an eternal, endless, limitless essence energy that is almost just kind of witnessing this whole experience, and really is above and beyond any kind of harm that can happen to the body, and never feels any pain, is always connected to love, is always in the kingdom of heaven right now? Am I really that? Do I know that that's what I really am? And if we can find that sense, then we can go, right, I know who I really am. And even though this stuff is happening in my body, it cannot affect my true nature. It cannot affect my true nature. It's an initiation I'm going through. Maybe it's karma I'm working through. Maybe it's pointing out my growth to me. But I know that it can't really truly damage the true self, And if we can have that, even just for 1 minute a day, we're clawing back our empowerment here, and we're not giving the pain so much power, because we're not so afraid of it, We're not going, oh, I've got this pain, and this means that, and this means that, and this means that, making all this big story about it, which, when we live in that story, that hurts, right? That's the pain. It's the story often, not just actually the sensations and the reality of what's now. What you really are is something so magnanimous, so unlimited, so eternal. You are an extension of source energy, for God's sake. Like, we can't even really fathom what that is in this little meat suit thing here that we're in. But we are so freaking undamageable. It's ridiculous. Like, it's almost like we're in a video game here, and we're playing a character, and it looks like that character gets hurt. And when we identify with the character, we start to feel, that particular way. But ultimately, the video game is going to end at some point, and we'll be off to the next thing. And there'll be absolutely nothing wrong with the eternal, essential self that you really are. So that person, these people that you're around, Tony, have no ability to affect your true nature. And we can call our soul back and say that this person has absolutely no ability to affect what I really am. Absolutely none. Remember, the goal is we want to stay in alignment with love when we're with other people, right? If we put our defenses up because we've judged what they've doing is wrong or bad or whatever, now we're not in alignment with love, because now we've blocked off love. So if we can notice when we put our defenses up, remember how actually undamageable we are. That person can't affect my true nature, so I'm not really under threat. It's okay. I can relax. I can be safe. Put my wall down. Let's just understand, where is this person really coming from here? Why do they act like that? Let's have some understanding for them and forgiveness for how they're being. It doesn't mean that we don't put a boundary in, though. Like if somebody comes in and comes up to you and punches you in the face, right? You're not going to hang around with that person necessarily, are you? Forgiveness doesn't mean putting yourself in dangerous situations and just lapping it up like a passive doormat. Forgiveness means I'm not going to hold any negative energy in regards to the situation. I'm going to free myself from all negative energy and negative karma to do with the situation by completely forgiving that person. But I'm not going to go hang around with them again, because I value myself and my health and my well-being. But I'm not going to hold any negative energy towards them either, So it's a balance of the two. These people that are annoying you are really, or that you feel are draining your energy, really are reflectors and teachers. They're teaching us, and they're helping us to grow our love muscle. We can look at it like that. Like, okay, I'm going to be around this person today. Whew, okay, this is a chance for me to grow my love muscle today. My intention is I'm going to stay in alignment. I'm going to, I've just put that card away, but I'm going to bring in the divine. See, I don't really like the whole thing of protection. I think when we're in love, that's our best protection, because when we're remembering our true nature, that's our best protection. I don't really like the idea of I have to protect myself against somebody else, because then we're really saying that person really has the ability to hurt me. We're making a reality out of that, and I think that's going in the wrong direction. I think the best protection is that soul retrieval. It's to say, well, I'm not under threat really, because that person can't damage my true nature. I am safe. And that's our protection, to live in that defenselessness. And this is what A Course in Miracles talks about a lot. That defenselessness is our best protection. Because to be defenseless, you're so undamageable. If you know you're so undamageable, that's the reality you're going to live in and experience and perceive.